Hi everyone, this is teacher Mitch, and today I'm gonna talk about the life and works of a famous classical composer, Ludwig van Beethoven. And also, I will share to you some of the secrets. Just stay tuned. So, let's get started. Who is Ludwig van Beethoven? He belongs to the group of classical composers, and classical period is the era from 1750 to 1820. Classical music has a lighter, clearer texture than Baroque music and is less complex. Beethoven was born in Bonn, Germany. His exact birth date is uncertain, but since he was baptized on December 17, 1770, it was presumed that he was born on December 16, because as a matter of law and custom during their time, babies were baptized within 24 hours of birth. His mother is Maria Magdalena van Beethoven. His father, Johann van Beethoven, was a mediocre court singer, better known for his alcoholism than any musical ability. He taught music to young Beethoven with an extraordinary rigor and brutality that affected him for the rest of his life. Whether in spite of or because of his father's draconian methods, Beethoven was a prodigiously talented musician from his earliest days. Beethoven, who struggled with psalms and spelling his entire life, was at best an average student, and some biographers have hypothesized that he may have had a mild dyslexia. As he put it himself, "Music comes to me more readily than words." Beethoven had his first piano performance in public when he was 8 years old. In 1781, at the age of 10, he withdrew from school to study music full-time with Christian Gottlob Neef, the newly appointed court organist. And at the age of 12, Beethoven published his first composition, a set of piano variations on a theme by an obscure classical composer named Dressler. It is called the 9 Variations of C minor. Ludwig van Beethoven was a very prolific composer, producing many symphonies, concertos, piano sonatas, violin sonatas, an opera, masses, and several overtures. Let us hear some of his compositions. First, we have For Elise. Beethoven completed this composition year 1810, although it was not published until 40 years after his death. In 1867, it was discovered by a German music scholar. However, Beethoven's original manuscript has since been lost. Ode to Joy, Symphony No. 9. Beethoven's ninth and final symphony, completed in 1824, remains the illustrious composer's most towering achievement. The symphony's famous chorale finale, with 4 vocal soloists and a chorus singing the words of Friedrich Schiller's poem, Ode to Joy, is perhaps the most famous piece of music in history. Symphony No. 5. One of Beethoven's best-known works among modern audiences, Symphony No. 5 is known for its first 4 notes. Now, I will reveal to you Beethoven's secret. His prominent secret that he desperately tried to keep from the public that caused him to be considered eccentric and irritable. Beethoven was deaf during most of his life. Imagine that. One of the greatest composers that ever lived could hardly hear, and yet he wrote his life's greatest works after becoming deaf. And the fact Beethoven composed his most beautiful and extraordinary music while deaf is an almost superhuman feat of creative genius, perhaps only paralleled in the history of artistic achievement by John Milton, writing Paradise Lost while blind. He believed that art itself had secrets that had to be forced into in order to obtain art's highest level. There is no doubt Beethoven discovered many of the secrets of art. I hope you learned something today, and don't forget to click like and subscribe in our channel. Thank you, and see you in our next virtual discussion.